What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How you doing? My head doing kind of got those flyaway curls right in here. Anyway, happy Monday to you guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I was in and out this weekend, but I didn't really do a traditional tribe meeting this weekend. I did a live review Saturday night, and then I did a live review yesterday. We were reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville for Saturday night. I did a live review. And then yesterday I had a panel and we reviewed the first 4 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race. So um that was cool. James Caldwell was on the panel. House of D, aka It's Me D, aka D Entertains, Abby Reviews, and El Teddy. And we had a good time. I was having some technical issues, but we actually had a really, really good time. I enjoyed it. So we are back to talk about some things. Some things happened over the weekend. Not really a lot. Not a lot of celebrity news went down this weekend, but we want to talk about it. Let me do my roll call first of all. Let me do that. Hey, Lemon Kush. What's up, Nico? Hey, Corey. What's up, Miss Sharon? Hey, Bilo. What's up, Xavier? Creative Diva Jamil. What's up, my love? Hey, Cam. How you feeling, my love? Authentically Young, Brandon, Amir, Yana. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Queen Diva. What's up, girl? I heard you earlier on your over there on your sister's panel, honey. I was in the bushes. Hey, Kate, Cassia. Cassia. I hope I said that right. I think I did say it right. Hey, Danny J. What's going on? Lady V. And Little Baby and Cindy. And a special shout out to my members that are lit up in green. What is up, you guys? What is up? Hey, Harold. What's going on? And Sharice. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Let me share this out and we're going to jump right in because we've got a couple of big stories. And then we got some little things to talk about, some little odds and ends to get into. Um, you know what? I can start sharing the live while my intro is playing. I'm so used to the old intro. I used to play the old intro through my phone, so I couldn't share the live while the song was playing, or it would pause the song. But now that I have a actual intro here, I can do it. I have to get used to that now, so I don't have to stop and share the live. I can share it while the intro is playing. I have to remember that. Hey, Dominique, what's going on? Hey, Cool Gamer, Virgin Love, girl, you made it. Yes, honey, yes. So, what was I getting ready to say? I totally lost my train of thought that quick. God darn. Oh, my lips today. I am wearing vintage noir night. Vintage noir. I know how to say that word. Anyway, it's a lip. It's Abby's collection. Y'all know Abby reviews. It is from her collection. It is the red lip. It is the red lip. I didn't put the lip liner on. I did, but I didn't. I prefer. It comes with a red lip liner. I prefer using like a brown lip liner if I need to wear a lip liner with red. But it does come with the kit. It's lip gloss and a lip liner. So anyway, so if y'all asking, that's where it comes from. So if you like it, y'all get on over to Abby's link and y'all order it. Abby might be on her way to practice. Let me let her know I'm live and for her to drop her link. Okay, so I let her know that if she could come on over and drop her link. Y'all pray for me. I gave myself a paper cut in my right. Ooh, in my right eye. Ooh, Lady Virtue. I don't even want to think about how you did that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, girl. Ooh, that's making me. Ooh, just thinking about that. Okay, but we definitely will. Ooh, golly. Okay. Hey, Dark Liquor Cam, what's good? So, I guess usually I start with the small stories, but I'm gonna just go ahead and jump into the deep end. Robyn and Juan are married. I wish I had some effects, some exploding, some fireworks. I wish I could put a banner up. I wish I could sing the song for them or something. Y'all, they are finally married. People magazine is reporting. Okay, so this ain't coming from no blog or nothing. People magazine said that they can exclusively report that Juan Dixon and Robyn Dixon were remarried in a private ceremony, and that it will be filmed for the season finale of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Um, Listen, congratulations, girl. If you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. Congratulations to Robyn and Juan. I I don't wish any bad on them. I just wish that Robyn could do a better job of articulating their situation only because they were on a reality show. If they were regular people living a regular life, I could care less. We have friends that are couples that have been married for 20 years. I mean, that have been living together for 20 years and they thought about getting married. Celebrities do it all the time. Look at Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Child, they've been together since the damn 80s. And they ain't married. They've had kids. They got grandkids. They are perfectly fine living in the life that they have created for themselves. So I don't care about, oh, they should be married and blah, blah, blah. I didn't care. I only cared that it always came off weird in your storyline on the show. And of course, let's just be clear. We like talking about it, right? It's fun to talk about. But after last night's episode, the Grand Dame got a lot of egg on her face, don't she? And y'all know I like her, but listen, I gotta call a thing a thing. The Grand Dame has a lot of egg on her face. You know? The only thing is the treatment she gets. Hey, boo, I know you probably had rehearsal, but I'm wearing your lip gloss, so I wanted you to drop your link, and I don't have it handy for me to drop for you. So do me a favor. When you get a chance, put the link in the mod group chat. I know I don't hardly use the mod group chat, but if you could put it in the mod group chat, that way the mods have access to it when you're not here and we could drop the link. But because I was wearing your lip color today, I just wanted the people to know where they could go and get some, honey. And this is the packaging and this is what it looks like. This is the actual vintage noir. Okay. You were studying for class? Well, I sure don't want to interrupt that. Okay. With them, it's the fact that they were married and divorced. Yeah, and again, I think what's even more weird is that they never really separated, right? They never really separated. They were together, then they weren't together, but they were always living together. Like at first they were living together because of financial reasons. We get it. And they were sort of living their own life, and then they sort of gravitated back to each other and got back together. And I guess because, and let's be clear, I'll be the last one. I'm not judging them on this because I'm not the most affectionate person. Like if I'm with somebody, I'm not all in public, sitting on their lap and kissy and all that. I don't do all of that either. But I guess we just never really saw any. I mean, have we seen any tender moments between the two of them? Everything looks forced. Everything looks, I don't know. It just doesn't, they don't look. And again, they don't have to put on a for us, but anyway, Phil said Juan doesn't want their relationship to be on television. Then they need to get off television. And I get it. When she signed up to do it, they needed the money. They were clear about that. Now, the one thing we know, they were very clear about their financial situation. They were clear about that. Hey, Kenneth, what's up, my love? Plus, Juan's infamous scene with production kind of validated Karen's point. That is true, too. That is very true. That his hot mic moment, very, very true. And so when their relationship sort of made that transition, and maybe, and I get it, Juan doesn't want to play nice for the camera, but it would have been nice if we saw that transition, right? If we had seen that transition between them just being legal roommates to a romance blooming, even if it was recreated scenes, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was scenes of them kind of, it just, we never saw the transition. And then the season when Robyn was like, oh yeah, we're getting it in. We're every chance we get, and then that very same season when she's bragging about how great things are and how they're back together, that's when we have that hot mic moment. Right. And so I agree. I think that had a lot to do with it. But people are visual. You telling me we're back together and everything is good and it's all love versus me seeing it develop, I think that would have helped. But again, I don't wish bad on nobody. Hey, what's up, Tracy? I don't wish bad on anybody. I don't. Well, we know they filed for the license. Remember, they filed for the license sometime last year, and they had until February 1st. I think the license was good for like 6 months. They literally had until February the 1st. So I believe they got married when they went to Jamaica. And then, when you get married at a destination wedding, it's not legal until you file the paperwork. So they may not have filed it because they wanted to keep it a surprise for the show. They may not have filed it because they have until February the 1st to file the paperwork. So they may not have filed the paperwork because they know how nosy people are. They know we nosy. Not that somebody check on Michael. He might be on a 5250, 72-hour hold, child. He might be, honey. He might be. Y'all better go check on You better go check on Michael, honey. Hey, Monique, my love. If, and I hope not, Robyn comes back, Bravo needs to force Juan to be on at least 6 episodes. I mean, I guess technically they could force it, but I mean, they would have to put that in Robyn's contract because remember, the men don't get paid. They're not part of this. I think New Jersey, the men, I think for whatever reason, New Jersey gets paid. But that's why they have whole scenes together. Like, for those who watch the Real Housewives of New Jersey, if you watch New Jersey, I think the men on New Jersey get paid, but you can tell that they get paid because they literally have their own storylines. They literally film whole scenes when it's just them. And I don't mean one or two like on the other shows where you see a couple of the guys might get together and talk at the bar, or they might get together and do no. They straight up film together. And then you saw it at BravoCon, they had their own panel. Like the men of New Jersey, like they had their own thing going on. So, but the rest of these shows, the men don't get paid. They don't get a check. So they can't force him unless they're gonna pay him. Either that or they have to include it in Robyn's contract. So, but I'm also surprised because of everything that Juan has going on. They may not come back next year. To be honest with you, they may not come back. This could be the end of Robyn's story. She has made a full circle goodbye. Exactly, because they just may choose to not come back next year. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me adjust myself. Hold on. They may get an appearance fee for the reunion, Candace. They may get one for the reunion. But I mean, as far as regular filming, they don't get paid. That's my understanding. Now, that may, if it's changed, y'all let me know. But my understanding is that the men do not get paid. Now, again, like I said, New Jersey gets paid. But they, like I said, they're the exception to the rule. So, but I would just be surprised to see Juan and Robyn come back next season. One, because child, who wants them back? But two, just the whole scandal they have going on. I am going to say this. When it comes to the Real Housewives of Potomac, I like what we have. I would be fine with Robyn not coming back. I would be fine with Mia not coming back. Everybody else, I think we're cool with, even though people hate Giselle, you can't deny the fact that Giselle is good TV. You might not like her, but she's good TV. But I really think we need to find I do think we might need one more housewife. Somebody new. I don't want them going back and bringing. I mean, as much as I love Katie, don't want Katie. I'm not talking about Katie. If they bring Katie back, I'm fine. But that's not who I'm talking about. Monique ain't coming back, and we don't want Charisse. So we need to find another. We need to find another lady. I think we need another lady. Okay, Ellen said Giselle being good TV is debatable. Okay. Listen, y'all know I look at things from a business perspective. And from a business perspective, Giselle is good TV. And the reason why I say that, I was having this conversation with Pat last night. The reason why I say that is because people love to hate her. We talk about Giselle. Giselle is always in the blog. Giselle, as much as y'all don't like her, she moves the stories. She shakes things up. Y'all ain't got to like her. And again, I'm not crazy about her. She doesn't bring any personal storylines. We get all of that. But she moves the story. She shakes the table. I don't mind new people, but the thing is, people like Mia are the only ones willing to do it. And that's really part of the problem. That is honestly, and I think that's where we've gotten to with reality TV. That's part of the problem, is that a lot of people like, remember down in Atlanta, every time people say they need to shake it up in Atlanta, they need a new cast, they need to do this and do that, then you start hearing about all the people who turned it down. It's not that they haven't looked. Nobody wants to do it. When you start hearing the amount of people that have turned down the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I don't know, I'm sure Potomac, New York, and New Jersey probably have the same list. But when you start hearing the names of these juggernauts that they've reached out to, people just don't want it. People don't want to do it. I saw a thing on the blogs the other day about they were reaching out to Chrissy Teigen. Child, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife that just had a baby. And again, you never know who's willing to do what and who's open to what. But I would really be shocked if Chrissy Teigen said, "Yeah, I'll do it." You know what I'm saying? You're correct. We don't like Giselle, but she is good TV and production. Production loves her. And that's another thing. People were mad about the seating chart. And again, Pat was like, I don't understand why Giselle keeps sitting next to Andy. I said the same reason why Kyle sits next to Andy. It's who he likes. It's who he likes. They want to keep their marriage. Yeah, it doesn't look good for marriages, child. Potomac and DC is a political scene. That's a no. Well, you know, Phil, y'all know I be trying to tell people that, but everybody want to argue me when I say it. When I try to tell people that DC, that things just ain't the same here in DC, everybody want to argue with me. Well, let's have that. We have that in other cities, and I be trying to tell people every city has a personality, right? Every city has a personality. I just be trying to explain to people about DC's personality, and people want to beat me up and beat me down. And it's funny how the people who live in this area get it. Whenever I try to break down the dynamics of DC, the people who live in this area, they understand exactly what I'm talking about, and they get it. It's the people from outside of the area that always want to argue with me about what I know about my city. And I'll be like, Ashley would be good on Potomac. Oh, my goodness. She would be good on Potomac. Huh. Winter would have been good on Potomac. And Winter has a pedigree. She's an ex. Her husband played for the Washington football team. She, Winter, and that, especially that storyline she had last season with the husband that was a scammer or whatever. Winter would have been good on Potomac. She would have been. Mm-hmm. Right. The thing about DC, and for the people who don't know, first of all, welcome. If you are new here, I have gained probably, thanks to Mims, Make It Make Sense. I think I have gained about 100 subscribers since Thursday when he shouted me out and we were over on his panel. We were talking about the Larry Reid, Tasha K thing, and he had like 600 people in his chat, and he shouted me out, told people to come and subscribe. So if you are here via Mims, thank you. If you found me just going through YouTube, welcome. Come on down, say hi. We don't bite, Oh, Ashley did audition for Potomac, but they took me instead. Okay. But yeah, Ashley definitely would have been good. She would have made for good TV. I definitely feel like she would have blended in well. Yeah, Winter and Giselle, wee. But let me break this down. Then we're gonna move on to our next story. Let me break this down for people who are not from DC and don't understand the dynamic of DC. And again, I have only lived in two areas my whole life, DC, and I lived in Greensboro, North Carolina for 6 years. So I don't know anywhere else. So I'm not, no need to compare. I'm just telling you what it is here. Couple of elements here in DC. First thing I'm gonna tell you guys is DC is a government city. A lot of people work for the government. A lot of people are in the government. And what I mean by that is I'm talking about like they're in politics. So you either work for the government, and the thing about DC is DC has a strong local government and a strong federal government. So like my parents both worked for the federal government, right? Both of my parents worked for the federal government. My grandmother worked for the federal government, right? So you have a very strong government. And so those people ain't gonna get on TV acting a fool because they got to keep, y'all ever heard the saying, keep my good government job? That's where that saying comes from. You have, okay, Ebs, thank you, boo. Lord, Abby is fool. Abby silly. She said, congrats to Robyn and Juan for making the same mistake twice and popped on the house of Andrew Tate. Child, we're gonna get to Andrew Tate in a second. So that's the first thing. You have a lot of people who either one are not allowed to because they have certain clearances and they can't go on TV after the food. They will lose their clearance and then they will lose their job. So that's number one. Number two, politically, y'all already know that. I don't even need to go no further into that. If you are in politics, you work for a politician, you work in a politician's office, you can't have stuff out there acting a fool, right? These ain't the good old days where you could sweep stuff under the rug. Once it's out and it lasts forever, right? So there's that. The second thing you have in DC is you have within the Black community, you have a class system that goes back to the Great Migration, all right? You have a class system. You have the Black elite, right? You have the people who second, third generation college graduates. They moved here. Their great grandparents moved here to go to Howard. Thank you for joining again, Virgin Love. I know you were already a member. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member again. I appreciate you. You know, they came here to go to Howard. They moved up here for a better life, and they got jobs in the government, and their kids went to college. They lived, you know, on the we call it the Gold Coast here. You know, all of that. They call it the Gold Coast and again, the Gold Coast here is different than the Gold Coast in Chicago. The Gold Coast in Chicago was where the elite live. The Gold Coast here in DC was the part of DC where the rich Black folk live, the doctors, the lawyers, the people who had those good jobs. Okay. So you have that level, right? And so what you'll find is hold on, y'all. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so you still need me to do it? Okay. Okay. All right. All right, bye-bye. Sorry about that. So those elements, so what you find on a lot of these reality shows, and y'all can go back to Ready to Love DC. You can look at the Real Housewives of Potomac. There's a reason why the Real Housewives of DC only lasted one season. And remember, what was one of the biggest complaints? It's boring. Yeah, it's boring because these people ain't gonna get on here acting a fool. So what you'll notice on a lot of these shows is people that are not from DC. Go back to Ready to Love, and y'all even heard me say it in my reviews. Probably 90% of the people on Ready to Love were not from DC. They lived in DC, they worked in DC, and a lot of them were either contractors where they didn't work directly for the government, or they were entrepreneurs. You're just not going to see a lot of that. You're just not going to see a lot of that. It was 2 seasons. I thought it was only 1 season, Phil. Hey, nephew, where you been, Leo? Right. And they were chasing clout. That couple that crashed the state dinner, they were chasing clout. Remember, they were just trying to they just wanted the TV they wanted to become celebrities. They were trying to get that Bravo celebrity status. That's what they wanted. I thought it was only 1 season. I never watched it. So hell, because it wasn't around that long. I thought it was only 1 season, but Phil said it was 2 seasons. I thought it was only 1 season, but neither here nor there. It just doesn't last long. I mean, it didn't last long. And when they sort of rebooted it, that's why it's outside. And every single person on that show, Katie is the only person who was from this area. I think Ashley always lived in Virginia. Right. I thought DC only got 1 season too, Tracy. Ashley, I think, might have grown up like on the outskirts, like out in Virginia. And Katie was part of the upper class, the DC elite, but Katie was a rebel. Katie went against the grain. Katie went to, she was a model and this, and this, and this. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at everybody else, Giselle is not from DC. She went to Hampton. I don't even know how she got to Baltimore, but she was Baltimore. Robyn, Baltimore. Um, Sharice is from New Jersey. Monique was from New Jersey. Um, we know Candace is from Atlanta. Wendy, she grew up in Baltimore, but we know she's from is it Nigeria? So she grew up in Sandy Springs, Maryland. Really? Sandy Spring, Maryland. Okay. So and that's the suburbs. That's the outer area of DC. So none of these people are DC people. And none of their families, for the exception of Katie, are in DC society. For the exception of Katie, they're not in DC society. Sharice, I would say, is the second closest. She really is plugged in, but that's because her husband's job being the head coach of the Washington basketball team. But anyway, and again, people don't have to believe me, and that's fine. I love y'all anyway. But whatever I try to explain that to people, everybody want to give me, well, da happens, and in this city, this, and these people in this city, and these people in this city. Okay, I'm not negating none of that. I'm just telling you how DC roll. I'm just telling you how DC roll. And I'm not saying that they won't eventually be able to get people, but that's why it's hard for them to really get people who are in that. It's why it's hard. So, all right, moving on, moving right along. Let's get into some of these other stories, child. Because I didn't mean to spend that much time talking about Robyn and Juan, child, but y'all know how we do. Over the weekend, Beyonce performed for reportedly a $24 million paycheck at an invite-only opening to a new hotel over to the Dubai. It was a star-studded black celebrity event. Um, I guess anybody who was anybody was over there. And of course, pictures and video has surfaced of the event. It's her first time that she performed a lot of the Renaissance music, they said. And listen, y'all know I ain't no Beyonce fan, but I ain't mad at her. Like y'all know I've never said that she don't put on a good show. Now I ain't no fan, but y'all ain't never heard me say that woman don't put on a good show. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But then today I see that she's getting some backlash from the LGBTQ community saying Robyn's family is in Baltimore society. Her father's a dentist. Yeah, Robyn's family is, but Baltimore and DC is two worlds. I can't even. I don't even have time to get into um the different worlds of DC and Baltimore. It's two. You would think that DC and Baltimore were separated by 10 states. It is two totally different worlds. I mean, two totally different worlds. Um. Oh, she didn't perform anything from Renaissance. Oh, my bad. I thought she did. Listen, I don't. I saw the set list and I didn't know any of the songs, so I thought they were Renaissance songs because I don't know. But I don't. I also don't. I don't. I know some of Beyonce's music, but I know her hits. You know what I mean? And I didn't see a lot of her hits. When I looked at the set list, I saw. I mean, it was songs I recognized, but the majority of the songs I didn't recognize. So I thought they were from Renaissance. So I stand corrected. Okay, Beehive, don't sting me too hard. Y'all know I'm not a fan. So I honestly did not know. I thought the songs were from Renaissance. So I take it back. I take it back. Okay. But either way, now members of the LGBTQ community are upset with her because they said, why would you choose to go to Dubai and perform? And this is another reason why I thought she performed songs from Renaissance, because that was part of the argument. They said, well, why would you be going over there and perform music from Renaissance, which is an album that borrows a lot from the LGBTQ community, at a place where LGBTQ rights are not recognized. Child, Ellen, I'm just reading what the people said. I literally just read that. It said she performed music from Renaissance. So okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me respond to this immediately because hold on. Shoot. Let me respond to this email immediately. Um, let me read some of y'all are saying. So she can't perform her music wherever she wants. She absolutely can, um, because they pay her $24 million. Okay, is her music supposed to be just for them? I mean, I understand their issue, but with Dubai. But my thing is this: there's a whole lot of listen. There are places right here in the United States that's trying to take away LGBTQ rights. Are y'all gonna stop performing there? Are y'all going to have a problem with people who perform in Florida and perform in Texas and some of these other states that are trying to roll back, Virginia, that are trying to roll back LGBT rights? I just, people crack me up. Everything isn't a statement piece. Everything isn't a protest. You can't expect what matters to you to matter to me. And I understand that they're saying, oh, well, your music, this last album, you borrowed from LGBT culture for a lot of that music. Okay. Well, if you feel like she borrowed from the culture and she's not respecting the culture, then what you can do is no longer support her. That's just that. So here's what I don't want. Those same people that complain about her performing in Dubai and with the LGBTQ, then what I want is when she put them when the concert tickets go on sale for Renaissance, don't buy one. When the next Ivy Park um collection drops, don't buy none. I just, the fastest way to hurt somebody is to hurt them in their pockets. So if y'all really mad, then stop supporting her. But see, y'all not going to do that. Y'all not going to do that. Must have been the clear sector of the LGBTQ community complaining about this because I haven't seen any of us complaining. I read it on the Shade Room or something, child. Y'all know I just picking this stuff up, child. Child. Maybe Celine Dion is the queen of Haiti too. Child. So Beyonce could sell holy water for $1,000 and it would sell out 15 minutes. That's a fact, Kenneth. That's a fact. That is absolutely a fact. Hold on, let me do this before I forget. I'm sorry, y'all. I just gotta. Y'all are gonna be happy about the email I just got. It's something dealing with the channel. Y'all will find out about it as soon as I get done with my live. But now I have to do something else. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Um, I need people to travel outside of their bubble and get off the internet with their foolishness. I saw that. I saw somebody wrote in the chat. I saw that earlier where they said that some people in the trans community upset at the song "Natural Woman." I really think that they take something. I really think sometimes because they're trying to create headlines and sensationalism, I really feel like they take something that one person says, or maybe one or two people, and they turn it into a whole headline. Same thing with this Beyonce thing. this may not be a large sector of the LGBT community, but somebody said it, somebody else said it, and now they picked it up and they've made it a thing. I do not believe, now I haven't talked to no trans people about this, but I do not believe that there is a large sector of trans women who have an issue with the song Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin that is 40 years old. I just don't think that. Now I could be wrong, but I don't think that there's a large, and so I'm not going to entertain it until I hear that it's a thing. Like until I hear, all of the trans activists speaking on it, then I'm just not I'm not going to make a thing out of it because I just don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big thing. And let me say this, and this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, and I hope y'all still love me after I say it. I respect trans women and I respect trans men. And I would never disrespect them. I would never call them out of their gender or of their name. I will never use their dead name. I will never do any of those things to be disrespectful to trans men and trans women. But at the end of the day, if you are not a born woman or a born man, there is a difference. And I'm sorry. That doesn't mean that I have a problem or an issue. It doesn't mean that I'm transphobic. It's not the same. Period. So for people, even if you are a trans man or a trans woman and you have a problem with the song Natural Woman because you feel like it's transphobic, that's a you issue. Because first of all, she wasn't even talking about y'all when she wrote the song. Go read the lyrics. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. So anyway, hey Diva Wine, what's up, my love? Let me be messy. A few months ago, when a certain someone complained about immoral business practices, folks said Bae is a business and can do what she wants. But now that they want her to have morals, child, look. Well, people always move the goalposts when it's involving them. People are always quick to move the goalposts. Exactly, authentically young. Like, go read the lyrics. It has nothing to do with anything dealing with trans issues. It just doesn't. This is truly a case of everything isn't about you. Truly a case of everything isn't about you. But anyway, I didn't want to. Y'all notice I didn't bring that up because I didn't want to go down that road, child. All right. Shannon Sharpe got into a little scuffle Friday night. He was courtside at the Lakers game. He got into a yelling match with one of the players. He started it. From my understanding, Shannon was heckling the man and telling him that, LeBron, he can't guard LeBron and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it's stuff that we do on the sidelines. And when you courtside, they can actually hear you. See, when you sitting all the way up in the 300, 400 section and you yelling, they can't hear you. So it doesn't matter what you're saying. But when you're sitting courtside and you have a voice with the bass that Shannon Sharpe has in his voice, they can hear you, sir. They can hear you heckling them. So the young man turned around and he said to Shannon Sharpe, he said, F you. And Shannon Sharpe said, F you, F you. And the boy said, well, F you. And then Shannon Sharpe stood up like he was really about to do something. So then the boy's teammate ran over and was like, hold up, player. You're not about to go over there and do nothing to my man. And then the dude's father ran down like he was about to come on the court. And by that time, they had security. It was a whole kerfuffle. But Shannon came back at halftime. Him and the boy's father talked it out. They were laughing and joking. It was cool. And today, Shannon did apologize on his show. Let me read y'all his statement. He apologized on his show. He had said the following words. I want to apologize for my behavior. For the last 6.5 years, I've preached accountability and responsibility, and I take full responsibility for what happened. It doesn't matter what Dylan Brooks said or how many times he said it. Me being the responsible person, me having the platform that I have and having so many people look up to me, I was wrong. I should have lowered the temperature in the arena. Instead, I turned the temperature up and I let it get out of hand. Look, sometimes all you can do is when somebody apologizes, just accept it. Yes, Ellen, and I love that sweater. I want that sweater. I thought that sweater was cute. It looked like it was like a denim patchwork sweater. It was real cute. Probably expensive as hell because Shannon Sharpe, it was probably expensive as hell. But I loved it. It was a $3,000 sweater. See, I knew it was expensive. I knew it was expensive. But what I can appreciate is that he came back, he apologized, and then he publicly apologized. Because here's the reality. Apologize the same way you disrespected me. So you gave me a private apology, but you also gave me a public apology. And I can't, all you can do is all you can do. You let your temper get away from you. You made a mistake. You moved too fast. But he came back later and he apologized. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. It's 119 people in the room. Shout out to the 119 people. I hope everyone has hit that like button on their way in the door, and I appreciate it much. It is much appreciated. It is much appreciated. All right. All right. Okay, I got a couple of things we did not ask for. So if you are new to the channel, we have a segment here called Shit We Did Not Ask For. Now, if you are a member, you know you have your emojis. If it's a yes, if it's a no, if it's a hell no, put a 1 in the chat, put a 2 in the chat, or put a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no. 1 is yes, 2 is no, and 3 is a hell no. Gabrielle Union has announced that she is in works to create a Clovers movie, sort of their origin story, sequel to Bring It On. Did we ask for that? Do we want to see it? Are we here for it? Y'all tell me. Yes, no, hell no. I'm getting ready to put a poll in the chat for the second, for our second one. I'm going to put a poll in the chat for our second one. What'd I do? Oh, okay. Oh, I see a lot of threes. Now, let me say this. I could see where this could possibly work. If so, like, okay, if I were writing a treatment, and Xavier, work with me on this one. If I were writing a treatment, and this cliche, let me be honest, I'm going to tell y'all that this is a cliche storyline, but this is the story that I would write. This is the story that I would write. Gabrielle Union goes back to Compton as a cheerleading coach / teacher or whatever, right? Compton then fell on hard times, child. She remembers the good old days when the Clovers were the elite cheerleading team, and she wants to get them back to the top, right? And then the movie sort of goes about telling the story of the Clovers, how they came to be, Gabrielle's character when she was in high school, yada yada yada. And then of course at the end they win the championship, and everybody jumps on down on the mat, and they're jumping up and down, and they beat all the other teams, including the white team from Bring It On, right? That would be like, I know that's cliche. That's cliche, but wouldn't that be like a story? You know what I mean? But other than that, you didn't get the notification, Miss Bay. Thanks. See, that's y'all fault for not hitting the like button. Y'all know that the more likes you hit, the more notifications go out. See, that's your Miss Bay thing. It's their fault. They ain't hit the like button. It's their fault that you didn't get the notification, girl. Well, they always been on hard times. You remember when they were on Mother Love show up to the Nationals? Oh, I don't know. I don't even know who Mother Love is. I never watched those movies. Well, Not only clovers I know are part of the Hands at Christmas. I'm not doing this with y'all. Hold on. Okay. So I see a lot of threes. So they are not here for it. Nobody's here for it. Nobody's here for it. Okay. What's up, nephew? Hey D. Only interested if a lot of original people are in it. It could be like The Godfather 2, mixing past and present. Tate's unnecessary sequels and remakes. Only sequel I was here for was Hocus Pocus. I still haven't looked. You know what though? I never looked at the original. I think I might have looked at the original Hocus Pocus like one time. What's up, Bell Perspective? Hey, y'all. If y'all weren't here on Saturday night, Bell Perspective did the Love and Marriage DC panel with me. She is a content creator. She reviews a lot of the dramas. Xavier, she is reviewing Kendrick or reviewed Kendrick. She did the Best Man series. She does Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC. Y'all check her out. Mods, can one of the mods drop her link for me, please? Y'all go check her out. It's 124 people in this chat. What my numbers looking like? What my numbers looking like? I don't know who Mother Love is from Forgive or Forget. I don't know who that is. What is Forgive or Forget? Is that a TV show? What's Forgive or Forget? Was that a TV show? The name Mother Love is familiar, but I don't know who it is. I can't put my finger on it. Good Lord. What in the world? Oh, I got water in my trunk. Mm-hmm. I actually got 2 cases of water in my trunk. I probably need to go get a case out. Mhm. So, it was a 90s talk show. Okay. I probably, if I see it, I'll remember it. I probably see it if I remember it. So, they have announced that they officially are working on Girls Trip 2. It is official that it's coming. Now, my question to you all is, do you think that this will be Tiffany Haddish's big comeback? Because Will Packer said he's not making Girls Trip 2 without her. He said he's not doing it without her. So, do y'all think that's going to be her big comeback? Do you think the fans have moved on and they'll accept it? Do you think they're going to go see it? Is it going to be a hit? Are people going to be like, hell nah? Like, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? I did a poll. So if you didn't answer the poll, go ahead and answer the poll for me, please. And I'm going to give it a few more minutes to see what y'all say. But I found that to be curious that they say that it is a go. I really don't remember what the holdup was, but they're making a sequel all these years. But one thing we know, and Cat Williams told us this, the script for Girls Trip had been floating around Hollywood for years. And I think originally it was supposed to be white women. And then, they picked it up and they did, it became a black movie. So maybe the hard thing about doing the sequel was getting somebody to write the sequel because it took so long for the original movie to even come out. And I could absolutely see Girls Trip being like one of those Maya Rudolph, Melissa McCarthy, who's Maya Rudolph? And I know Maya Rudolph is mixed, so don't nobody drop me. But what's the other girl that's always with Maya Rudolph? That's her business partner, Amy. Is her name Amy? I can see her face, but I can't think of it. But I could absolutely see it being one of those, like, I could see a lot of, I could see it being a white movie, is what I'm trying to say. You never watched the first one? It was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Girls Trip was hilarious. I ain't even gonna lie. It was absolutely hilarious. But if I'm Kristen Wiig, thank you, D. But let me Amy Poehler. Okay, yeah. Amy Poehler is probably the name I'm thinking of. But Kristen Wiig is who I was thinking about. But let me say this. I enjoyed Girls Trip. I thought Girls Trip was absolutely hilarious. But I thought Tiffany Haddish was doing too much in the movie. Like, if I went to go see it in the theater. But if I was watching it on TV, I literally would fast, like, or on DVD or something, I would fast forward a lot of her scenes because I felt like she was doing too much in most of her scenes. Janelle from Abbott Elementary. Oh, she would do good. You know what? She could. She could. Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I would even though I wasn't a fan of the first because they let men, Kanye, and the lights continue to stay and do outlandish things, and folks just make excuses. That's true. That is true. What do I always tell y'all? These people do these things, and if you give them enough time and they go away and they shut the hell up for a while, people forget and move on. And I think if Tiffany lays low and that's her first big project, I'm not saying don't work at all because she got to pay her bills, but if that's her first big project, people be the moved on, child. People like that buffoonery comedy. They do. They do. Let me see what y'all said in the poll. Let me see what y'all said. Mm. A lot of people, okay, it's almost 50-50. I have 33 votes. Now it's 120 y'all in the room, child. Y'all going to vote in the poll. But it's 36 votes, 44% said yes, 54% said no. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's some, it's about 50. I think that's really I think that's the honest answer. Some people will, some people won't. I think that because there are going to be so many other people in the movie, it'll probably still get. I mean, because if they, I think they're bringing back all. They said they're bringing back all the original. They're bringing back all the original. So if they're bringing back all the original, that means Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, Regina. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All of them are coming back. So it's not just a Tiffany Haddish thing. Um, 92 likes. Okay, it's 135 people in the room. Shout out to the 135 people, but can we get to 110 likes? 120 likes. Let me be greedy. Let's get to 120 likes. Don't like Tiffany anyway. Will not go to see the movie. She can be too much on Tubi. Lord, not on Tubi. Regina Hall. Yep, thank you. Yeah, again, Tiffany always did a lot for me. She always did a lot for me. Too much for me, honestly. I think she's funny to a point, and then it becomes buffoonish and not funny. It becomes really. Sometimes I find Tiffany Haddish should be cringy. Like there were even in Girls Trip, there were parts of Girls Trip where I was like, "Oh God, just shut up." And I think I remember saying it because me and my friends, we went out to dinner after the movie, and I remember saying it. Like, ain't no way in the world we could be friends in real life. Like, who would be Tiffany after the way she acted in Girls Trip? Who would be her friend in real life? You know what I mean? She acted a whole damn fool the whole movie. Granted, Ari Spears hasn't been hot in centuries. I bet if he's performing in the mainstream public school, folks won't come down on him as hard as they would on Tiffany. I don't know. I think when people go away and they shut up and they stay out of trouble, I think we just have a short memory. We have a short memory. Tiffany and Leslie Jones are just as loud and not funny. Yeah, Leslie does a lot for me too. Leslie Jones does a lot for me too. But again, everybody has a lane. There's a place for that type of comedy. I love Leslie Jones. Yeah, I like Leslie Jones, but she can be a bit much too. I like her commentary. Like I like watching her Instagram when she's watching a show. Like when she was doing Game of Thrones and the Olympics. Oh my God, she's hilarious, y'all. Now that I love her doing that. I love her when she's doing her commentary. I love it. It is hilarious to me. Check. Oh, you talking to Tracy? Okay. All right. Let's get into the get it. So we have okay. Andrew Tate has spoken. Now, first of all, I have a question. Andrew Tate, excuse me. Wait a minute. Hold on. Jeff Bezos, what? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Oh, that's Baltimore County. Okay. Um, your boy is live and I missed it. Who who my boy is live? You talking about James? Yeah, we James went live literally right before I went live. Literally at I went live at 6:20. He literally went live at like 6:18. um okay. So Andrew, I picked up my phone and looked for his tweet. My first question is, why is Andrew Tate tweeting from jail? That's my first question. Why does he get the tweet from jail? Is that what they doing now? Is that what they doing now? Neighbors, get into this. This is coming from, I'm reading this off of Neighborhood Talk. To no surprise, Andrew Tate is not having the best time inside of a Romanian prison, where he is being detained and he awaits trial for a sex trafficking charge. In a letter he penned to his fans, and a letter he penned to his fans. You talking about Bishop Scammer is live, and you missed it. Oh, child, he ain't talking about that. As he awaits trial. Oh, I said that. Okay. He claims the prison is bug infested and they're trying to break him. This is an email. In the email titled "My First Email from Imprisonment," Tate describes he is not so nice person. He is a not so nice prison cell that he claims doesn't even have a window. You don't have a window. Oh. They are trying to break me, he said. Thrown away in a cell without light. Cockroaches, lice, and bed bugs are my only friends at night. He continues to say that he has remained respectful while he's being unlawfully detained. He believes the guards know that he's innocent. You about to get them people fired. When the guards bring me to and from the courtroom, I stay absolutely respectful. They try to pour hatred into my heart, but please and thank you stick with me at all times. My prison guards are just performing their job. They have families to feed. In times of hardship, they do not forget your manners. They are trying to break my iron mind with unjust imprisonment. My absolute respect for everyone around me is my act of rebellion. They cannot break me. My guards know I am innocent. They know it is unjust. They see I will never break and respect my resolve. In the darkened silence of solidarity, I'm sorry, I said solidarity. I be making up words. Of solitary confinement, there's almost no noise. Pray for me. I can hear you. Now, let's not forget what this man is being accused of doing. He is being accused of assaulting women, keeping them as, you know, basically keeping them as sex slaves, branding them as property. Now, again, those are the accusations. I ain't saying that he innocent or guilty. I don't know, but those are the accusations, sir. There's no sympathy here. There's no sympathy here for you, sir. There is none. There's none. Not for Oprah. I mean, I don't wish those horrible conditions, but I ain't about to sit here and cry over it either. I ain't gonna cry over it either, cause child. You said, well, Tracy, you were supposed to get the Bishop Whitehead live now, producer, because he probably don't have it on his channel no more. You know he. Oh, he live now.
Facebook, where's the fight?
He live now, child. Y'all know I'm a screenshot it. If he say anything, I'll tell y'all. But anyway, now I'm rooting for the big buds in this situation. 137 people in the chat. Shout out to you. Are we at 120 likes? I'm being greedy. Can we get to 120 likes? So anyway, I'll keep y'all posted on what Andrew. I always want to say Andrew Jackson because we were talking about Andrew Jackson in class last week. So I always want to say Andrew Jackson. But anyway, Andrew Tate, child. Virgin Love said we don't want it. Not shit we did not ask for. A child who has a phone in solitary confinement. Well, clearly he does. Well, it said he was emailing, but child, whatever. Listen, this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. We were saying the same thing about Brittany Griner. Them jails in other countries are not the same. Those jails in other countries are not the same. They are not the same. So, listen, y'all gotta be careful. They are not the same. All right, last but not least, child, are we gonna talk about Chrisean? I had it the first time, Andrew Jackson. Child, listen. Chrisean says she pregnant. Now, y'all know there was a whole back and forth. We talked about this. There was a whole back and forth about Chrisean saying she pregnant and Blueface saying it ain't his. And they was going back and forth, back and forth. His mother even said that the boy had a vasectomy. And his baby mama talking about something. Oh, I got a secret. And I said, okay. Well, if he had, let's just go down that road for a minute. Let's go down the road if he had a vasectomy. Unless this vasectomy was very recent. Chrisean and Blueface have both confirmed that she has been pregnant in the past and she had abortions, right? So, did you have a vasectomy then too? Because if you had a vasectomy then why are you not claiming those babies? Now all of a sudden she a hoe and she been sleeping around with all these different men and women. I mean, not women. All these different men and the baby ain't yours. But y'all do know that the next day they were back in bed together, right? That's why I said I can't with these two. So they was back in bed together. Then there is footage of her fighting two girls because she was allegedly trying to get in the car with Blueface, and I don't know, he wouldn't let her in the car or something. She said she wasn't fighting, she was just trying to break up a fight. But the footage that I saw, she was fighting on the ground, rolling around with these girls. Then there's footage of her at the Baddies premiere last night where she punched this woman in the face unprovoked. Now later on I heard that woman that she punched was her former stylist or former hairstylist or something. But she literally was standing there and just punched that woman in her face. Y'all, this girl needs help. The girl needs help. She really is spiraling. She needs help. Do y'all see how bloated her face is? I've noticed that if you look at old footage of her and you look now, she's picked up weight, which I'm not shaming her for that. Her face is so round and bloated. That is alcohol, y'all. That is alcohol. Her body is retaining all of those things. There's still a 5% chance a man can have. Well, clearly she been pregnant 3 times, she said, and he confirmed it. Why is she fighting when she's preggers? As soon as that baby is born, take it away. Child, I think that baby don't need to be in that environment, period. Period. The fact that she ain't stopped drinking is a problem. That alcohol, yeah, you can see what she's picked up. And she's still a little thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, but her face is so round. Her face is so fat. And then you can see what she's retaining weight in her stomach. That is alcohol. All that is that alcohol. And then you saw when she went to therapy with Dr. Ish and showed up with a bottle of tequila that she was drinking straight from the bottle and chasing it with some Red Bull. The girl got a problem. And she acknowledges that she's absolutely that she acknowledges that she's absolutely drowning her feelings in alcohol, but then need somebody to get that girl some help. Like for real. She really needs help. I really am afraid for her. I just am. I'm afraid for her. I'm really, really afraid for her. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to get off of here because y'all know I gotta get my dinner together. Um, I have to get my dinner together before the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We will be on Scotty's channel. Scotty hit 40K last night. So anybody that went over to Mims, like we were talking about that when we were doing our Real Housewives of Potomac live. We went over to Mims last night and Scotty hit his 40K. So congratulations to Scotty. And I hope all of y'all are going to join us tonight over on his channel where we will be celebrating his 40K and celebrating Robyn's nuptials while we talk about last night's Real Housewives of Potomac episode. I'm sure it's going to be a Kiki and a Kaka. Shout out to Jada Nerd. The cycle of toxicity continues. I hope she gets the help she needs. Me too. Me too. Yeah, and that's the thing of abuse, drug and substance abuse. It runs in her family. It absolutely does. Yeah. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm trying to get caught up on the Real Housewives of Miami. I know a lot of y'all are not watching the reviews, but a lot of y'all probably don't watch Miami, and that's okay. But I'm trying to get caught up, so I'm still like maybe 4 or 5 episodes behind. But I was trying to get caught up by this Thursday. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. But if I could get caught up by next Thursday, then I may try to do a panel. I know me, y'all, and Sakina and Scotty were talking about it. Because Scotty watches it, he just doesn't review it. And Sakina watches it and reviews it. And y'all's watching it. And I think he's doing it too. So we may have a panel by next Thursday. I don't know. But I will let you know. I will let you guys know. And then, of course, we know that the Real Housewives of New Jersey will be back next month. And we will absolutely be reviewing that and doing our live reviews for New Jersey, child. Y'all know Little Baby usually joins us for those. So it's 136 people in the chat. If you have not hit the like button, please do. It's a free way to support my channel. I don't be asking y'all for a whole lot down here, but I really wish, I really thank you guys for hitting that like button when you are here. And if you are not subscribed and you stumbled in here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's what? Free 99. It is free 99. All right, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Mwah. The panel starts at 9:15-ish. It usually starts between 9:15 and 9:30. A lot of times we'll be backstage and we'll be talking. And we have to be like, y'all, it's time. And we're like, oh, damn, okay. So excuse us for being, hood in the back. But yeah. Or sometimes we're all back there, we're waiting on one person to show up. Like last week we was waiting on Reggie. So sometimes they're waiting on me. We all have our moments. But I will talk to y'all later. I just confirmed an interview while that was that email, so I'll be putting that out. I think it's going to be tomorrow, so hopefully that will happen. And I'm trying to confirm another email. I'm waiting on a confirmation email on that, and that will be next week. That'll be on the 31st. So trying to get some stuff together for y'all for 2023. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. I ain't no bully bee.